All right, we welcome you back to the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex. Game 2 on the docket between the Coker Cobras and the Carson-Newman Eagles. CN for the doubleheader sweep over the Cobras. Something that Carson-Newman has done 2 out of the last 3 times that the Eagles and Cobras have squared off here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex. For Coker, a lot of what-ifs from game 1. Had 10 hits, including 5 in the 5th inning, but only managed 4 runs because of a boatload of base running issues. The hits were there for the Cobras, but not so strong on the base paths. Carson-Newman was able to come through with the timely knocks, and Macaulay Bailey 2-run 5th inning home run is the difference maker from game 1 for Carson-Newman. Eagles going for a 7th consecutive win in the series with the Cobras. And Carson-Newman hands the ball to Riley Sykes for game 2. The freshman is 3-1 with a 1.95 ERA. Opponents hitting .316 off of her, but she is 12th in the country in fewest walks. And we will get underway at 1:58 p.m. Sykes to face off against Brooklyn Stunis to open up this game. And the first pitch is on the way and inside for a ball, 1-0 to begin the at-bat. Sykes in the circle, not a ton of changes for Carson-Newman defensively. The outfield is identical to game 1. Martin in left. The 1-0 pitch swung on, popped foul toward Davis Street. Will it hit a car? No, just missed the gray mini SUV sitting along Davis Street. A lot of targets on Davis Street. Didn't have a lot of foul balls in the first game. Finish the thought on the Eagles defense. Cameron in center and Hughes in right. Infield identical. Matasovsky at third, Dye at short, Holt at second, and Bailey at first. The pitch swung on, dribbled into the hole at second. Holt stoops to field, picks it up off the turf, and flips to first to put away Students 4-3. So 1 up, 1 down for Riley Sykes. Kennedy Warder is doing the catching for the Eagles today, who are garbed in orange tops and white pants. Gigantic blue numbers trimmed in white on the front and back of the jerseys with white visors and orange socks. Coker in all navy with yellow numerals and piping with white accents. Cameron Jackson stands in. She was 2 for 3 in game 1, and she takes low for a ball to begin this at-bat 1-0. Stunis, Jackson, Pelham scheduled to appear this inning. Eves, Ray, Oswell through the middle third of the order. And then Freeman, Scott, Fair, bottom third for the Cobras. The 1-0 bounced into the hole at second once more. Holt fields, throws to first. In time, Bailey catches it. Chastain to put away Jackson, 4-3. Back-to-back 4-3 putouts for Carmen Holt. Back-to-back ground ball outs for Riley Sykes. There's no score and nobody on in the top of the first for the Coker Cobras. And up comes Chloe Pelham. Pelham was white hot for the Cobras in game 1. 3 for 3 at the plate with 2 batted in. The first pitch to Pelham. Sykes delivers low for a ball. It's 1-0. One to nothing to Pelham. Sykes gets the sign from Warder and pitches. And it drops low for a ball, 2-0. Sykes behind in the count, 2-0. Base is empty. Sykes rolls the ball against her right hip. The righty fires to the right hand, hitting Pelham. And Pelham takes a strike above the knees on the inner half, 2-1. We'll go with mostly cloudy skies over the Vic, and boy, have the temperatures jumped up today. Walked outside this morning, about 50 degrees. Left the press box between games. Here's the 2-1. Swung on. Pelham drives it to right field. Hughes running back to the warning track, and she makes the grab on a dead sprint to rob Pelham of extra bases. Hughes heated up just like the temperatures as we crest into the mid-70s. Riley Sykes fires a 1-2-3 frame. Macy Hughes robs Pelham of extra bases at the warning track and were scoreless after a half inning. Cameron, Hughes, and Bailey to the bat rack to get things started for Carson-Newman when we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
No score after a half inning of action here at the Vic. Game 2 on the docket for Coker and Carson-Newman. Eagles trying to complete the doubleheader sweep and start 4-0 in South Atlantic Conference play this season. Sienna Cameron leads things off for the Eagles. 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored in game number 1. Tibby Hessian fires in the turf. On the way for a ball, 1-0. Hessian, 4.50 ERA with a 3-2 record. 9th appearance and 6th start for Hessian. The 1-0. And Cameron takes on the inner half at the belt for a strike, 1-1. Hessian goes the distance today. It'll be the first time all season that she has pulled that off. Rolls the ball against her right hip. And Hessian delivers the 1-1 offering. Cameron watches it fly by, low and away for a ball, 2-1. Hessian, opponent sitting 303 off of her. She's walked 11 and struck out 10. Throws a bit harder. The pitch, Cameron swings, bounces it to the shortstop, Eves. Low throw to first is picked by Oswell. And there's one away. So 1 up, 1 down. Sends Macy Hughes to the plate, 1 for 3 with a single in game 1. Hessian delivers to her, and Hughes swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. For Coker defensively, the only change is behind the plate. Carter Freeman does the catching here in the nightcap. Everything else stays the same as it was in game number 1. Hessian the 0-1. Hughes swings, hits it high into the air to right center field. A bit of a run for the center fielder, Fair. She's able to track it down in the alleyway to put away Hughes. Off the fly ball out. 2 up, 2 down, no score. Bottom of the first, base is empty for the Eagles, and Macaulay Bailey comes up. Bailey broke out of a funk in a major way in game 1. She had tallied just 1 hit in her last 15 trips to the plate over the weekend. First pitch to Bailey's taken low for a ball, 1-0. But a multi-hit effort in game 1, including a go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 5th inning that powers Carson-Newman to the 5-4 win over the Cobras. Hessian, the 1-0 offering. Bailey hacks it foul back and out of play, 1-1. Finish the thought on Coker's defense. You go Scott in left, Fair in center, Stunis in right. And in the infield, Pelham plays at third, Eves at short, Jackson at second, and Oswell at first. And as I mentioned earlier, the only defensive change, Carter Freeman behind the plate. The 1-1. A change up that Bailey belts high into the air, deep to left field, back to the wall, and out of here. Macaulay Bailey goes yard for the 2nd time in the doubleheader and the 9th time this season. A Titanic moonshot that carries beyond the reach of Scott in left. 1-0. Eagles lead off of the Bailey blast. Bailey gets to wear the pink hat for the 2nd time today. And Brooke Matizowski stands in. hitless in game one. He will try to keep it moving as Hessian fires high for a ball, 1-0. Plenty of action across the South Atlantic Conference today. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Taken off the plate away for a ball to Matazowski, 2-0. Mars Hill has tallied a win over Belmont Abbey, 5-1 in game one of a doubleheader over at Ponder Field. You've got Emory and Henry leading Tusculum in the top of the sixth, 2-0, the 2-1. Upstairs to Matazowski, and she's in the driver's seat at 3-0. Might we see the first base on balls of the day? This is just the second three-ball count of the doubleheader. 3-0 to Matazowski. Hessian pitches, and Matazowski takes a strike at the belt, 3-1. Big surprise on the scoreboard is over at Catawba, where the Indians are up 7-0 on 16th ranked Anderson. Anderson split a doubleheader with Mars Hill yesterday. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Matazowski, hard bouncer into the hole at short, scooped up by Eves, routine throw to first in plenty of time to get Matazowski. So Hessian battles out of the 3-0 hole to put Matazowski away, but the Eagles get a one-out bomb to left from Macaulay Bailey and lead it 1-0 after an inning. Eves Ray Oswell, the bat rack for the Cobras when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From footlong hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
1-0, Carson-Newman leads Coker under overcast skies here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand. Our fantastic crew producing this one for your eyes and ears as Riley Sykes takes back to the circle to face off with Delaney Eves, and the first pitch to her is fouled back and out of play, 0-1. Our director today, Ian Johnson, replay operator Danny Wazork, and our camera crew, KJ Laribo, Jay West, and Josh Butts. Grateful for all of them for their work today, and grateful for all of you for joining us here on the Eagle Sports Network and tuning in. The 0-1, a change-up, buckles at the knees, dropped a touch low for the taste of Craig Zirkle behind the plate. And it's 1-1. One ball, one strike to leadoff batter Eves, who's hitting .429 this season when she leads off innings. The pitch. Sykes dishes a strike at the knees on the inner half, 1-2. Finish our scoreboard watching from around the South Atlantic Conference. Sykes the 1-2, a changeup that's just tipped foul by Eves. She stays alive, was way out in front of it. Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. Lenore Ryan is at Limestone. The Bears lead the Saints 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning, but Limestone has runners at first and second. The pitch. Called, third strike, outer black. Eves takes a seat looking. And there's one away for Caitlin Ray. 14 pitches, 9 strikes for Riley. 9 strikes, pardon me, for Riley Sykes in her 4th start of the season. Brings up Ray, who's batting .219 and had a hit in game 1. She takes a pitch in the turf for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Bases empty for the Cobras, top of the 2nd. Carson-Newman leading 1-0. thanks to Bailey's 2-out jack to left in the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-0. Hit in the air to left. Martin was playing in. She has to retreat. Settles in at normal depth in the outfield and squares it up to put away Ray off the F7. So ends up routine for Abby Martin, and there's 2 away for the first baseman, Kayla Oswell. Oswell 0 for 3 in game number 1, and she is trying to find the lumber here in her senior year. First pitch is lifted into shallow right field. The second baseman, Holt, retreats and grabs the pop-up to put away Oswell. Very pitch-efficient inning for Riley Sykes. She just needs 5 tosses to get out of the frame. She's faced the minimum through 2. Carson-Newman leads at 1-0. Warder, Dye, and Riley Gaddis due to appear when we return after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
1-0. Carson-Newman leads it as we come to the bottom of the second inning. And Kennedy Warder leads things off for the Eagles against Tibby Hessian, who gave up a 2-out jack to Macaulay Bailey to give the Eagles the lead in the bottom of the first. Hessian climbs aboard the rubber, and the righty winds and delivers the first pitch that Warder watches the drop ball fire low for ball 1, 1-0. Carson-Newman off to a 3-0 start in South Atlantic Conference play, trying to stay perfect. 1-0, Warder bashes foul off a third, 1-1. Eagles trying to sweep a third consecutive doubleheader from the Cobras. This is a really tooth and nail series through the first 26 or so meetings, but the Eagles have won 6 in a row after bouncing Coker from the SAC championships in 2019. The 1-1. Warder watches a strike at the handles, 1-2. Been pretty high scoring affairs in this run. Inside of the run rule win last year for Carson-Newman in the nightcap of a doubleheader, an 11-2 win for the Eagles. Here's the 1-2. Warder swings and fouls it off of first. Count holds it a ball and 2 strikes. Outside of that 11-2 run rule win for the Eagles on April 19th last year, Coker has scored at least 4 runs in its losses, including earlier today. And in 2 of the losses, they put up 5. It hasn't been run support that's been the issue for the Cobras. The 1-2. Warder tomahawks it foul, nearly nicking Michael Graves in the third base coach's box. He sidesteps behind the fencing to avoid that foul ball. Count holds the ball and 2 strikes. Pitch number 6 of this at-bat coming up, and it feels like this is the longest at-bat of the day for either side. The pitch upstairs to Warder, 2-2. Of course, in game 1, we only had 1 3-ball count to speak of. So I suppose it's not a surprise that here with pitch number 7 coming up, this is the longest at-bat of the day either side. The 2-2. Warder swings, lifts it in the air to right. Should be routine for Stunis, and it is as she steps forward twice to get in her glove and retire Warder. 1 up, 1 down. 1 out, bases empty for the Eagles in the bottom of the second, but leading Coker 1-0. And it brings up Hayden Dye. Dye, 1 for 3 in game 1. Hessian delivers low and in for a ball, 1-0. Dye has brought her batting average up 90 points here over the last week and a half, the 1-0. Checks her swing to pitch outside, 2-0. Michael Graves clearly a lot of faith in the shortstop, and who can blame him after her freshman campaign when she led the conference among freshmen and runs batted in with 47 last year. 2-0 pitch. Dye whacks to straightaway center field. It quickly gets into the glove of Ariana Fair, but not after it bounces, and it's a 1-out single for Hayden Dye. 1 out, 1 on for Riley Gaddis, who sees her first trip to the plate since February 12th. That was a pinch hit at bat against Shorter. Gaddis, designated player here in game 2. She was the winning pitcher in game 1. As Hessian deals and Gaddis swings and misses at the first pitch. Tad Tardy, 0-1. Lefty Gaddis versus righty Hessian. The rare right-hand throwing, left-hand hitting combination, the 0-1. Gaddis wallops it foul off of Davis Street, just in front of a street cleaning vehicle that has parked itself on the tarmac. And Jefferson City Public Works folks enjoying a break and some softball, the 0-1, or the 0-2, pardon me. Misses low and away for a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still some pretty good targets there on Davis Street. Nice little white sedan, just begging to be hit. The 1-2, Gaddis watches it fly by low for a ball. It's 2-2. I mean, who doesn't want to hit a street sweeping truck? I mean, that's a collector's item right there if you can peg that. And then deep down Davis Street, you got a sedan and an SUV. Pitch fouled off of third, 2-2. And that, I think it's a sedan. A white sedan has its lights on Davis Street, parked perfectly so that the occupants, driver's seat, passenger seat, can watch some softball from the comfort of their vehicle. But that really just exposes that front windshield. Hessian, the 2-2. Gaddis smashes it to a diving shortstop. Throw to first is not in time from Eves, and Riley Gaddis has an infield single for the first hit of her Carson-Newman career. An absolute smoker for Riley Gaddis. A great diving grab by Eves to keep it in the infield and keep Dye at second base. And now, home plate umpire Craig Zirkle has his lineup card out. And Coker is going to make a change. Maybe not. Maybe Tibby Hessian just needs a belt. Hessian putting on a belt after Kayla Oswell ran to the dugout to grab that. And we're all good, so no change. Thought Oswell was going to the dugout to retrieve a glove, and we're going to see a pitching change, but nope, she was getting the belt. Tibby Hessian has ensured her breeches are a good fit, and Carmen Holt stands in. And Hessian deals low. Nearly went between Freeman's wickets, but she recovers to keep the runners where they are, 1-0. A Dye single to center, a Gaddis single to short. 2 are on for Carson-Newman with 1 out, looking to add to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 1-0. Holt watches it slide by outside for a ball, 2-0. Carmen Holt, 1 for 3 in game number 1. Every Eagle in the order had a hit in game 1, save for Brooke Matazowski. The 2-0 pitch. Holt takes for a strike, 2-1. And even Matazowski, She was a bit of a hard luck hitless. Had some screamers right at defenders. 10-hit day for the Eagles in game one. Here's the 2-1. Holt swings, bounces it into foul ground off of third for strike two. Now, Tibby Hessian having to work her counterpart, Janae Fedewa, only needed 59 pitches in game one. But Hessian already up to 34. She's only pitched an inning and a third. Hessian, the 2-2. Zips by Holt low for ball three. Count loads up on Carmen Holt. Die on second, Gaddis on first. Carson-Newman trying to break things open here in the bottom of the second with one out. Hessian wheels and deals the payoff pitch. Holt swings, slams it to short. It's grabbed by Eves. Her only play is at third. She gets the lead runner die. Everybody else is safe. So Holt reaches on a fielder's choice. Gaddis moves to second. Dye's retired 6-5 at the third base bag. And there's two away for Abby Martin. Martin has been swinging a hot bat. 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored in game one. Looking for a two out here, hit off of here, Tibby Hessian here. First pitch to Martin's up for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. Eagles leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Gaddis on second, Holt on first for Carson-Newman. The pitch. Bounced foul off of third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carson-Newman threatening here in the bottom of the second. Base runners were sort of at a premium for Carson-Newman in game one. Eagles only left 3 on base in spite of 10 hits. The 1-1. That's fouled off of first. Out of play and on top of the press box, 1-2. The press box didn't have a roof. That would have come down on top of our photographer, Adam Green's head, who's sitting to my right and editing some photos. And Green probably wouldn't have made a play on the ball either. The 1-2. That's hit foul again. Down the right field line, twisting out of play. Count holds the ball and 2 strikes. 40th pitch for Tibby Hessian. She has had to work. Pressure situation here. The Eagles with runners on first and second and 2 out. Martin hitting .389 this year with runners in scoring position. The 1-2. Martin lays off of a pitch upstairs. Checked her swing successfully. Count evens at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Hessian. The break-even pitch. Martin swings, hard chopper over the head of Hessian and the circle. It bounces to Eves at short. She had to wait on it, and her throw to first is not in time to get Martin. Gaddis to third, Holt to second, and there's an eagle on every bag for Sienna Cameron. Bases loaded for the first time today for either side in this doubleheader. Gaddis, Holt, and Martin on the pond for Cameron, who takes upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Eagles trying to add to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. First at-bat of the season for Sienna Cameron with the bases loaded. She's hitting .500 with runners in scoring position. The 1-0. Hits the outside edge. Delayed strike call from home plate umpire Craig Zirkle. It's 1-1. To complete the umpiring lines, you've got Carolyn Zeisler at third and Mark Wilson at first. The 1-1. Cameron swings and misses. Waves over the top of a drop ball, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0. Carson-Newman leading bottom of the second. Big opportunity here if Cameron can come away with a bases loaded 2-out lick. 1-2 offering. Cameron swings, pokes it down the left field line. It lands in foul ground, though, before Kelsey Scott can amble to it. And the count holds the ball and 2 strikes to Sienna Cameron. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Gaddis at third, Holt at second, Martin at first. Cameron looking for a 2-out knock. Hessian Wheels and deals the two-strike pitch. Cameron swings at a pitch upstairs and fouls it off of Davis Street. 1-2. That ball kicked about 6 feet to the left of the street sweeper that's parked there, watching this game. 1-2. And Hessian pitching. Cameron watches a ball dive low and away in the right-hand hitter's box to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bottom of the second inning. Eagles trying to break it open, leading 1-0, but the base is loaded. Hessian, the 2-2 pitch. Cameron swings and fouls it, a defensive swing, cued off of the fencing on the Coker dugout on the third base side. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming for Sienna Cameron. Hessian deals. Cameron swings, lifts it down the left field line, twisting back, reaching up over the shoulder to grab it is Kelsey Scott. She makes the grab. Really difficult play for Scott to make. She was playing in, and that ball had just enough loft on it that she was able to race back and make a contorting grab along the left field line to retire Cameron and keep the Eagles scoreless in the bottom of the second. Carson-Newman loads them up. Eagles have 3 hits in the frame, but can't get that final 2-out lick to bring somebody in. 1-0, Eagles lead it after 2. We're back after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seeds for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Carson-Newman leads Coker 1-0 as we come to the top of the third, and Carter Freeman leading things off for the Cobras as Sykes delivers a first pitch strike above the knees to her, 0-1. Carter Freeman, game 2 catcher, is hitting .545 this season. She was a pinch hitter in game 1 and was retired on a ground ball out. The 0-1. Up and in to Freeman, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Carter Freeman. Sykes, the 1-1. Swing and a bouncer. Nice backhand sliding stab by Holt at second. She gets to her feet and throws out Freeman at first. It was well hit by Freeman, but Carmen Holt with slick work in the hole at second, and that's 7 straight retired for Riley Sykes to start this game. Brings up Kelsey Scott, who was 1 for 3 with a run scored in game 1. Lefty stands in to go to work against Riley Sykes. Sykes rocks and fires. The first pitch on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-0. Eagles up top of the third. Bases empty for the Cobras. Carson-Newman has its run off of 4 hits. No errors, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left for the Cobras. The 0-1. Swing a line drive into left center field. That's down for a base hit for Kelsey Scott. Cameron's over to cut it off, and Coker has its first base runner of the day. A 1-out single for Kelsey Scott here in the top of the third. And up comes Ariana Fair.
Now batting number 2, Ariana Fair.
Bunted herself aboard successfully twice in game 1 and scored 2 runs for the Cobras. Fair steps in. as Sykes pitches. Fair squares to bunt, pulls back, pitch misses outside for a ball. Scott leaning off of first. She's swiped 2 bags successfully this season without getting caught. Sykes gets the sign from Warder. Rolls the ball against her right hip and brings the 1-0 to the plate. Fair, hacks it foul, backing out of play, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Scott on first after a single to left center. Coker trying to avoid a sweep. 1-1. Bunt squared, pulled back, pitch outside for a ball, 2-1. Coker has only lost consecutive games once this season. I'm currently on a 3-game losing streak. Have only been swept, and we'll put that in quotation marks once. That was on February 25th. They lost twice in a tournament to Shippensburg and nationally ranked Adelphi. The 2-1 hacked foul to the backstop. 2-2 to Fair. Brittany Bennett's team has been pretty consistent this season. Won 6 in a row from February 7th to February 18th before North Greenville snapped that 6-game win streak with a 6-4 win. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fair down on strikes. And there's 2 away. Second strikeout of the day for Riley Sykes in her 21st of the season. Lineup turns back to the top of the order for Brooklyn Stunis. 1-0 Eagles leading, top of the third, 2 out. Scott on first for the Cobras. Stunis grounded out to second, her first time out. First pitch to her is swung on, lifted foul toward Davis Street, and off the front hood of that white sedan. Well, that'll require some body work. 0-1. Sky high pop up. A nice clang off that front hood. 0-1. Upstairs. 1-1 to Stunis. A little mean-spirited just to mock that, but there are yellow signs parked all on Davis Street. Hey, park here at your own risk. 1-1, 2 out. The pitch. Low to Stunis, 2-1. 30 pitches, 19 strikes for Riley Sykes. Eagles leading 1-0 in the top of the third inning. Stake to the lead thanks to Macaulay Bailey's 2-out jack to left field in the first. And the bases loaded in the second but came up empty. The 2-1. Swinging a bouncer through the hole at short, rolls into left field where Martin grabs it. Stunis with the poke has a 2-out single. Scott moves over to second. And the Cobras have a pair of 2-out base runners for Cameron Jackson. Jackson a ground out to second, her first time up. The 5-foot even left-hand hitter climbs in. Wearing an all-navy jersey with a gold numeral trimmed in white. As Sykes pitches. Swing and a line drive. That's into left center field and down for at least a base hit. 1 run is in. Scott scores standing. Stunis gets away around third. She will score standing as well. It's a 2-out double for Cameron Jackson. And Coker has the lead. Two-out hitting. The name of the day for the Cobras. After their first 7 were retired to start the day. Back-to-back 2-out knocks for Stunis and Jackson. And the Cobras are on top with Chloe Pelham to the plate. First pitch to Pelham. Zips on the inner half for a strike above the knees. 0-1. 2-1, Coker leading, top of the third inning. They were hitless entering this frame, but have found the timely licks. Scott a single to left center. Stunis a bouncer through the left side, and Jackson a double to left center. 1 on the outside edge for a strike at the belt. 0-2 to Chloe Pelham. Sykes trying to limit the damage to just 2 runs. and extinguish this two-out rally for the Cobras. Sykes winds and delivers the 0-2. That's hit in the air down the right field line. Into foul ground floats Hughes, and she retrieves it to put away Pelham. So a two-run, two-out double for Cameron Jackson seesaws this one back in the Cobras' favor. 2-1 Snakes lead through 2.5. We return to the Vic after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Coker has taken a 2-1 lead as we come to the bottom of the third, and Macy Hughes leads things off for Carson-Newman. Tibby Hessian pitches, and Hughes swings at the first pitch, rips it down the right field line, but it twists foul and out of play, 0-1. Carson-Newman scored a run in the first inning off of a Macaulay Bailey moonshot to left field, off of a 1-1 changeup with 2 outs. Coker counters with 2 in the top of this inning with a 2-out rally. A 2-run, 2-out double to left center for Cameron Jackson puts Coker on top. Pitch upstairs to Hughes, and it's 1-1. Hughes flied out to right her first time up. Hessian wheels and deals the 1-1. Upstairs again to Hughes, 2-1. 53 pitches for Tibby Hessian. 32 have been for strikes. 1 run off of 4 hits for the Eagles, 3 left on. 2 runs off of 3 hits, 1 left on for the Cobras. 2-1. Hughes fouls back and out of play. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sun has poked its head out from behind the clouds here at the Vic. Still mostly gray as opposed to blue, dotting the atmosphere here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield softball complex, and that's the literal mindset, not the figurative. As our third base umpire, Carolyn Zeisler, is hollering at a car parked on Davis Street and saying, "Hey, turn your lights off," I believe. Well, she went into the passenger side first, now to the driver's side. And working. There you go. I don't know if that was bothering anybody or if that was just a courtesy to, hey, don't drain your battery. 2-2. Bounces in the turf for ball 3. Those had been on a while. That car had been parked on Davis Street through the break between games and had its lights on the entire time. I would presume that was a, hey, you don't want to drain your battery. I just kind of presumed somebody was sitting in the front seat watching the game. Payoff pitch. Hughes smashes foul off of third. 3-2. But no, those fans were sitting in lawn chairs on the hillside along Davis Street. I don't believe anybody is actually in the vehicle, so I don't see those lights bothering any player given where the car is. It's not like anybody's staring it down the headlights. 3-2 pitch. Hughes swings at a low pitch. It's made with a diving grab at third by Pelham. Her throw to first brings Oswell off the bag, but Pelham just fantastic to keep it in the infield. Hughes legs out the infield single. And the Eagles get the leadoff batter aboard for the first time today. Trailing 2-1, bottom of the third. And Macaulay Bailey comes up. Macaulay Bailey has homered in consecutive plate appearances. Her final plate appearance of Game 1 was a home run. Her first plate appearance of Game 2 was a home run. Hessian pitches. Bailey takes outside for a ball at the belt, 1-0. It would appear that Macaulay Bailey has refound her form that she was in through the early portions of February. The 1-0. Bailey zips back up the box. That's a base hit. Rolls up to fair in center field. Hughes rolling around second. She takes third. It's a single for Bailey. She's got a multi-hit day. And the Eagles have runners on the corners with nobody out. Macaulay Bailey with a multi-hit effort for the 8th time in her young career. Runners on the corners for Brooke Matizowski. 0 for 4 for the doubleheader. The righty stands in with an open stance as Hessian fires. Matizowski clubs it to straightaway center field. Fair makes the grab on the run. Hughes had ambled off of third, so she can't tag and score. And it's out number 1 on the board. Matizowski hit it hard. Just hit it right at Ariana Fair in center field. There's one out, still runners on the corners for Kennedy Warder. A sacrifice fly ties this game. 2-1, Coker leading here in the bottom of the third. And Michael Graves has his lineup card out. And I presume a pinch runner is coming in for Macaulay Bailey. And that indeed is the case. It's Brooke Taylor. Taylor hasn't always been available for Carson-Newman softball this season. That's because she runs track as well, to give you an idea of her capabilities on the base paths. She's fast, is what we're saying. First pitch to Kennedy Warder is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Almost a pitch out to see if Taylor's trying to take second. Michael Graves has been known to call the double steal. Did that twice over the weekend at the NFCA Leadoff Classic. See if that's in the offing here. First pitch, dribbled too short. Eves fields, her only play is at first. She throws out Warder 6-3. Taylor over to second, but Warder does the job. She scores Macy Hughes with an RBI ground out. And Carson-Newman levels it up at 2 runs apiece for Hayden Dye. 2-2 ball game. We're back even again. Good situational hitting for Kennedy Warder. A hard poke into the hole at short to score Hughes. First pitch to Hayden Dye is clubbed down the left field line. That drops in fair territory for a base hit. Scooped up by Scott. Dye motoring to second. She slides in ahead of the tag. Safe with a double. Taylor scores standing, and the Eagles retake the lead. A 2-out double for Hayden Dye. And Carson-Newman's back in front, 3-2. And Riley Gaddis keep the line moving. Every run that is scored today in this game has been with 2 out. First pitch to Riley Gaddis is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. 3-2 Eagles leading. An RBI ground out for Kennedy Warder. An RBI double for Hayden Dye for Carson-Newman to retake the lead. 1-0. Gaddis takes a strike on the outer half, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 1-1. Gaddis thought that hit off of her foot, but that's not the call. It's grabbed by the pitcher Hessian, and she throws to first to put away Gaddis. So that's the frame. But the Eagles score twice with 2 outs. An RBI ground out for Kennedy Warder, an RBI double for Hayden Dye, and the Eagles retake the lead 3-2 as we have played 3 complete here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield softball complex. Coker sends Eves, Ray, and Oswell 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. Middle third of the order for the Cobras after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
3-2, Eagles lead it after 3. Top of the 4th inning, and Eves, Ray, and Oswell to the plate for Coker against Riley Sykes, who's given up 2 runs off of 3 hits today. As she deals to Eves, first pitch changeup inside at the ankles for a ball, 1-0. The pitch swung on, lifted down the left field line. That drops in for a base hit. Leadoff single for Delaney Eves. And Coker has the leadoff batter aboard for the first time today for the designated player, Caitlin Ray. And hold the phone on that. Brittany Bennett has her lineup card out. And I would presume somebody is coming in to pinch run for the shortstop, Eves. And that indeed is the case. So Harmon in to pinch run for Eves. First pitch. This is hammered to straightaway center field by Ray. It bangs off the wall. Cameron play back. She's throwing to third. Throw to Matizowski. Not in time. It's a stand-up double for Caitlin Ray. And with nobody out, the Cobras have 2 in scoring position. 5th hit of the day for the Cobras. And the 2nd for extra bases. 3-2, Carson-Newman still leading, but the tying and go-ahead runs for the Cobras in scoring position in the form of Harmon and Ray. Kayla Oswell, though, looking for her first hit of the twin bill. Popped up to second her first time up. Riley Sykes would love to generate something similar here. First pitch to Oswell, misses in at the belt for a ball, 1-0. Top of the 4th inning, 3-2, Carson-Newman up. But Coker with 2 in scoring position. Sykes rolls the ball against her belt, brings the 1-0 plateward. Drops in at the ankles for ball 2. Well, Carson-Newman won game 1 by a final score of 5-4 to get to 3-0 in sack play. Elsewhere in the league, Wingate has downed Newberry 6-1. And Limestone has rallied for a 4-2 lead on Lenore Rhine. Oswell swings, soft flare to short. No trouble for Hayden Dye. And there's one away. That is the type of out that Riley Sykes needed. Something in the air, in the infield. There's one away, still 2 in scoring position for the Cobras. Trailing by a run in the top of the 4th. And the catcher, Freeman, to the plate. Freeman, ground out to second. She does that here, she probably scores a run. Sykes wheels and deals. And Freeman lifts it in the air to right center field. Long run for Cameron. She lays out, gets to her feet, throw cut off by Sykes is not in time to get Harmon. Eagles will throw to third, and she left early. Inning over. Second time today that a Coker runner has left early. Third time in the doubleheader that the Cobras have run themselves out of an inning. Runner leaves early, and the Eagles are able to double up the Cobras. 3-2, Carson-Newman leads it unbelievably as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
3-2, Carson-Newman fortunate to lead as the Eagles head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Eagles got out of the top of the fourth with an 8-1-5 double play. And Coker's runner at third got called out for leaving early on what seemed to be a game-tying sacrifice fly for the Cobras. Had a look at the replay and rough call. Carmen Holt to the plate for Carson-Newman as Hessian pitches in the turf for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to start off against Carmen Holt. Hessian pitches. Holt swings, laces this one into the left center field gap. It bounces between Scott's wickets, but she's able to recover and throw to Jackson at second to keep Holt to a single. So a leadoff knock to left center for Carmen Holt. Second inning in a row that Carson-Newman has got the leadoff batter aboard. First pitch to Abby Martin, squares to bunt, sends it to the third base bag. Throw to first is in time. Holt takes off and swipes an extra bag. Coker threw to second. Holt was leaning off of second. She just said, hey, it's go time. I'm taking this. And Carmen Holt rolls all the way to third on a 5-4 sacrifice bunt by Abby Martin. Well, that is just hyper-aggressive for Carmen Holt. I don't think you could get a better sacrifice bunt situation. I don't think I've ever seen that, a sack bunt that results in 2 bases. Now Sienna Cameron comes up. Tibby Hessian pitches. Cameron swings, bounces it into the hole at short. Eves throws home. The catcher drops it, and everybody is safe. It bounces in and out of Carter Freeman's mitt. Holt able to cross home plate, and it's a 4-2 Eagle lead. A fielder's choice for Sienna Cameron. You can't put an error on Holt because there's no force at home plate. So you can't presume that Freeman's going to make the tag. And so it's an RBI fielder's choice for Sienna Cameron, and Macy Hughes starts her at-bat, taking a pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. 4-2, Eagles lead. Bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0. There's a changeup on the outside edge for a strike at the belt, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Hessian pitches, and Hughes flips it foul back and out of play. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Well, the Eagles fortunate there. I thought that Coker had Holt dead to rights at the plate. The 1-2. Hughes swings, lifts it into the right center field gap. That's down for a base hit. Stop sign up, keeps Cameron at second. Hughes with a 1-out single to right center, and there's 2 aboard for the Eagles. 9th hit of the day for Carson-Newman. Macy Hughes with the multi-hit effort. And now Haley Jones out of the Coker dugout to have a word with Tibby Hessian. This might be the end of the line for her. Hasn't pitched a complete game this season. She's gone 3 1/3, giving up 9 hits and 4 runs, all earned. Macaulay Bailey to the plate for Carson-Newman, operating off of a multi-hit day. 1 out and 2 on for the Eagles. Hessian stays in as she pitches on the outer half for a strike at the thighs. 0-1. 75 pitches for Tibby Hessian. 48 in the zone. Coker with an arm loosening in its pin. Hessian finds the zone again for a strike. 0-2. Coker with 2 arms warming up. Can't quite get a bead on the numerals for the Cobras. Here's the 0-2. High and outside to Bailey. 1-2. I thought Ashton Goodwin was one of the arms loosening up. And Hannah Fisher the other. The pitch. Bailey yanks a pitch down low into the right center field gap. It drops in front of Ariana Fair for her 3rd hit of the day. And the bases are loaded with 1 out. Station to station go Cameron and Hughes. Good Lord, the power that Macaulay Bailey got on a pitch at the ankles. And she drove it to the right center field gap quickly. Sets the table for Brooke Matazowski. First pitch to her is taken low for a ball. Eagles with them loaded for the 2nd time today. Trying to blow the barn doors off of this thing here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 run already across on an RBI fielder's choice for Sienna Cameron. The 1-0. Matazowski hammers this one to the left center field gap. It one-hops the wall. Cameron is in. Hughes is motoring across the plate. Bailey goes to 3rd. It's a 1-out, 2 RBI double for Brooke Matazowski. And the Eagles play add-on. 6-2, Carson-Newman leading here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Michael Graves says he wants to call for time. Oh, he's going to get it anyway because Coker is making a pitching change. We'll tell you about the Cobras' new hurler when we return to the Vic after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op, so I can put my energy into planting seed for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives power to your community for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
6-2, Carson-Newman leads Coker. Eagles have opened up a 4-run lead with a 3-run bottom of the fourth, but still have 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out for Kennedy Warder. Warder, an RBI ground out her last time up, and she gets to face off against Cecilia Hogel. Righty pitches, and Warder stings it foul off of third, 0-1. Hogel does not have a record to speak of this season. She has thrown 6 innings, given up 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, walked 2, struck out 2, and has a 2.33 earned run average. Hogel back aboard the slab and pitches the 0-1. Warder golfs foul toward Davis Street. That hits the power line and gets knocked down onto the asphalt. 0-2. Hogel making her 10th appearance of the season and her 9th in relief. The pitch, and that hits Warder. Hit her square between the shoulders on the back. Warder gets to take first base. That's the first free pass for either side today. 1 out, bases loaded, Hayden Dye to the plate. You've had an RBI fielder's choice for Sienna Cameron. Brooke Matazowski, 2-run double to left center. And now an eagle on every bag for Hayden Dye, who's 2 for 2 with a run batted in here in game 2. Hogel pitches. Dye swings at the first pitch, lifts it into the right field. Stunis grabs, tagging from third, and sweeping in is Bailey, but she cannot avoid the tag from Freeman. And that's the inning. So Coker doubles up Carson-Newman. Stunis with the outfield assist, and the Eagles run themselves out of the inning. Three runs off of 4 hits in the frame, though, for Carson-Newman. Eagles stake to a 6-2 lead. We come back to the Vic after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
6-2. Carson-Newman leads Coker as we come to the bottom of the 5th. Eagles jumped out to a 1-0 lead on a Macaulay Bailey home run in the first. Coker answered with a 2-run Cameron Jackson double in the third, but the Eagles have scored 5 unanswered since. An RBI fielder's choice for Sienna Cameron and a 2-run double from Brooke Matazowski have staked Carson-Newman to this 4-run advantage. And now Kelsey Scott leads off the top of the 5th for the Cobras. Sykes deals to her, and Scott bounces it to third. Matazowski gets it in her glove and throws into Bailey's mid at first to retire Scott 5-3. Tough play on the run for the former D3 All-American Brooke Matazowski, but she makes the play to retire Scott and bring up the 9-hole batting Ariana Thayer. First pitch to Fair, squares to bunt. pulls it back, and it's in upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Sykes rolls the ball against her right hip, gets it in her glove, and delivers the 1-0. Hacked foul by Fair, backing out of play, 1-1. 46 pitches for Riley Sykes. 31 have been for strikes. 6 runs off of 11 hits for the Eagles. They have left 6 on base. The 1-1. On the outside edge for a strike. Fair watches it, paint the outer black. 1-2. The pitch. Poked foul off of third. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That sends Brittany Bennett ambling out of the way. Bennett, in her first year at Coker, longtime coach for a decade at UNC Pembroke. Strangely enough, this is her second visit to the banks of Mossy Creek, but her first as a head coach. The 1-2 bounced back to the circle. Sykes fields, and a looping throw to Bailey at first is in time to put away Fair. 1-3, and there's 2 away. Bennett, when she was at UNC Pembroke, was actually the site rep for Carson-Newman when the Eagles played host to a regional in 2019. So she has seen some action on this field, but not the action that one would presume for a collegiate head softball coach. Stunis stands in and takes low and away for a ball, 1-0. Coached at Georgia College with Jamie Gradecki in the early teens before making her way to Pembroke. 1-0. Outside to Stunis, and she's in the driver's seat at 2-0. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 5th. Coker trailing Carson-Newman 6-2. Sykes winds and delivers. Swinging a line drive right at Dye at short. She leans to field. Throw to first. Pulls Bailey off the bag. Ball caroms to the gate. And the E6 lets Stunis reach. First error of the day. First error that Carson-Newman has made in 6 games. So Coker gets a 2-out base runner on second base for Cameron Jackson. Jackson doubled in 2 runs her last time up with a 2-out double. Inning extended here because of the throwing error. Sykes' first pitch is a changeup. That's looped foul onto the hillside adjacent Davis Street. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 6-2. Carson-Newman leads Coker here in the top of the 5th inning. Sykes spins the ball against her right hip and deals the 0-1 pitch. Check, swing, and a pitch down and away, 1-1. Sykes deals, drops low for a ball, 2-1. Brittany Bennett, an assistant coach on those Georgia College teams in the early portion of this decade. 3-1 against the Eagles as an assistant for the Bobcats. Sykes fires the 2-1. Swinging a line drive to center field, but Cameron shuffles over to her left and makes the grab in the right center field alleyway to retire Jackson on a stinger. So the Eagles unharmed by their first error in 6 games. No runs, no hits. The error. Coker leaves its third base runner aboard, and Carson-Newman carries a 6-2 lead to the bottom of the 5th inning. If the Eagles can score 4 times, it's game over. Eagles 6, Coker 2, headed to the bottom of the 5th on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Riley Gaddis leads things off for Carson-Newman here in the home half of the fifth inning. Eagles have scored 5 unanswered after the Cobras grabbed a 2-1 lead in the top of the third. Carson-Newman leads at 6-2 now as Gaddis swings and misses at the first pitch she gets from Hogel, and it's 0-1. We can complete the line on Coker's starter Tibby Hessian. 3 1/3 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs, all earned. The pitch, up and into Gaddis, 1-1. Hessian didn't walk anybody, didn't hit anybody, didn't strike anybody out, but she did give up 3 extra base hits. As Carson-Newman has her down as the pitcher of record at present standing. 1-1. Swing and a miss. I heard somebody say illegal pitch, and that came from an umpire, so that's truly an illegal pitch. So put a ball on the board. It's 2-1 to Riley Gaddis. That was Mark Wilson who made the call for the illegal pitch. Hogel's not sure what she did. She delivers the 2-1. Pitch upstairs for ball, 3-1. Watching her throwing motion, kind of how she hops off the rubber as she throws. Presume it has something to do with that and how she landed. 3-1. Hogel deals. Gaddis swings, soft flare into shallow center field. Long run for Ariana Fair, but she's able to track it down in left center to retire Gaddis. 1 up, 1 down. Eagles fail to get the leadoff batter aboard for the first time in 3 innings. With 1 out, Carmen Holt comes up. She's 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Singled to left her last time up. Right-hand hitter stands in and fouls off the first pitch she gets. Backing out of play, 0-1. Actually, strike that, another illegal pitch. So it's 1-0. Hogel gesticulating toward her dugout saying, "I'm not sure what I'm doing." As if to say she's not sure what she's doing. The 1-0. Holt ducks out of the way of a pitch up and in. 2-0. Upstairs to Holt. 3 balls and no strikes. 1 out, bases empty for the Eagles in the top of the 5th, and out comes Brittany Bennett to have a chat with her reliever, Cecilia Hogel. Pitched an inning so far. Hasn't allowed anybody to reach. Got the Eagles, I take that back, did hit her first batter that she faced to load the bases, but then got the Eagles into a 9-2 double play with Macaulay Bailey out at the plate. Bennett having a word with Hogel. Elsewhere in the SAC, Emory and Henry beats Tusculum in game 1 of a doubleheader. 2-0. Host Wasps hold serve at home. How about this? Limestone has handed Lenore Ryan its second loss of the season. The Saints, 4-2 winners over the Bears in game 1 of a doubleheader. The Eagles get Limestone here at the Vic on Tuesday. Catawba run rules Anderson, 8-0. Trojans, a 1-hit shutout. Catawba pelts them for 13 knocks. Here's the 3-0. Holt takes a strike at the knees on the inner half, 3-1. Wingate prevailed over Newberry 6-1 in game one of their doubleheader. Here's the 3-1. Holt takes a strike at the handles, and that loads the count. So Hogle has battled back from a 3-0 haul to load the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. In game twos, Belmont Abbey leads Mars Hill 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Tusculum leads Emory and Henry 1-0 in the bottom of the first. The 3-2 pitch. Holt swings, hits it in the air, deep to left center field. Going back to the wall is Fair. She reaches up and robs Holt of a home run. Carmen Holt thought she might have hit her first career blast in 171 trips to the plate, but Fair at the warning track robs her with the wind blowing out. 2 away. That's 3 home runs that Fair has robbed Carson-Newman of, or that would have been out had the Eagles been playing anywhere other than here in North Georgia. Brings up Abby Martin, who takes a pitch in the turf for a ball, 1-0. Round out our game 2 scores. Anderson has a 3-0 lead on Catawba in the bottom of the first inning of game 2 of that doubleheader. Anderson, who's nationally ranked, already has 2 league losses. The 1-0. Martin lifts into the Coker bullpen, sending Coker bullpen catcher Julie Hilliard scrambling. And it's 1-1 to Abby Martin. Martin 1 for 1 officially today. An infield single to short. And she had that marvelous sacrifice bunt that moved Carmen Holt over 2 bases. Ogle, the 1-1 pitch. This is whacked into the air deep down the left field line. Foul and out of play. Martin straightens that one up. She's got her first career home run. That was a long foul ball for Abby Martin. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty for the Eagles in the bottom of the 5th, but leading Coker 6-2. Hogle the 1-2. Martin swings. This one not going to get out of the infield. The shortstop, Eves, retreats to the left of the second base bag and makes the can of corn grab to retire Martin. So the Eagles go down in order for the first time today. 6-2, Carson-Newman carries a 4-run edge. Pelham, Eves, and Ray to the plate for the Cobras when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
6-2, Carson-Newman leads Coker as we come to the top of the 6th inning. Chloe Pelham, Delaney Eves, and Caitlin Ray scheduled to appear for the Cobras as Riley Sykes pitches and delivers inside to Pelham, 1-0. 57 pitches, 37 for strikes for Riley Sykes. 5 innings, she's scattered 5 hits and given up 2 runs, both earned. Struck out 2, and she's top 15 in the country in walks allowed. That's been shown today. 1-0, fouled back to the backstop, 1-1 to Chloe Pelham. Well, Pelham had a 3-for-3 day in game 1. She is hitless here in the nightcap. She's gone to right both times. Macy Hughes robbed her of a knock the first time. She fouled out the second. Sykes delivers the 1-1 pitch. A changeup buckles at the belt for a strike. Sykes in the driver's seat at 1-2. 6-2 Eagles leading, top of the sixth inning. Carson-Newman scored one in the first off of a Bailey blast. Sykes, the 1-2, hit foul to the backstop. Count holds the ball in 2 strikes. Then got 2 in the bottom of the third. A Warder RBI ground out and a 2-out Hayden Dye double down the left field line. And scored 3 times in the bottom of the fifth. An RBI fielder's choice for Sienna Cameron. And Brooke Matazowski, 2-run double to left. Pelham cranks this one foul off the hillside adjacent Davis Street, 1-2. The count holds. Coker, a 2-run third. Grabbed a 2-1 lead before the Eagles scored 5 unanswered. A 2-run, 2-out double for Cameron Jackson, the lone production here in the nightcap for the Cobras. Sykes, the 1-2 pitch. Dances inside for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The leadoff batter, Chloe Pelham, who gets on base 40% of the time when she leads off innings. Riley Sykes has seen her ERA creep up to 2.08 with her performance today. The 2-2 pitch is a changeup in the turf to load the count at 3-2. We are what? 13 innings deep into this doubleheader. And this is just the second 3-ball count that a Carson-Newman pitcher has had to contend with. 3-2 to Chloe Pelham. The payoff pitch is swung on, hit in the air to shallow left center field. Martin calls off the shortstop Dye, reaches out and makes a basket catch at shoulder height to retire Pelham. Anxious moments, but Martin makes the play, and there's one away in the top of the sixth. Coker down to 5 outs to make up a 4-run deficit with Delaney Eves coming to the plate. Eves 1 for 2 in the nightcap. 1 for 5 for the Twin Bill. She swings and misses at a rise ball, 0-1. 65 pitches now, 43 for strikes for Riley Sykes. Eves, strikeout looking her first time up. Ripped a single down the left field line her last time up back in the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch is a changeup. Eves stays back and fists it foul down the right field line, 0-2. Sykes in the driver's seat. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, base is empty for the Cobras in the top of the 6th inning. Sykes holds the ball against the belt on her right hip. 0-2 pitch. Zips low. Felt like it split the dish. 1-2. Really nice pitch there from Riley Sykes. Doesn't get Eves to offer at it. Sykes, the delivery. Upstairs for ball 2. That evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody aboard for the Cobras, top of the 6th inning. Eagles with 6 runs off of 11 hits and an error. They've left 6 stranded. 2 runs off of 5 hits, no errors, and Coker's left 3 on base. Sykes, the 2-2. Swing and a line drive deep to left center field, sinking and one-hopping the wall. Martin scoops it up, twirls and throws to Holt at second, but Delaney Eves slides in head first and has herself a little 1-out double. Eves with a little poke for her 3rd double of the season. And Coker has a 1-out base runner in scoring position for Caitlin Ray. Ray 0.91, the batting average with runners in scoring position this season. She's got an RBI opportunity here with 1 out. First pitch bounces in the turf. It kicks away from Kennedy Warder. And the wild pitch moves Eves over to 3rd base. Now Coker in prime scoring position. A run 60 feet away. And Delaney Eves. Ray with a wide stance at the dish. As Sykes wheels and deals the 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air to deep center field. Going back to the wall is Cameron. She reaches up and makes the play. Tagging up and scoring is Delaney Eves. And Coker has cut the deficit to 3 with a sacrifice fly. Ray gave that one a ride. Any other park, it's a home run. But here where it's 220 to center field, Cameron able to track it down and limit the damage to a sacrifice fly. Coker turns to a pinch hitter. Haley McCoy gets a chance here instead of Kayla Oswell, who is 0 for 5 for the doubleheader and 1 for 14 for the season. So McCoy looking for her first 2 of the year. Lefty pinch hitter stands in with 2 out, nobody on. First pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to Haley McCoy. The pitch, fouled to the backstop, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Nobody aboard. Coker has trimmed it to 3, 6-3 in the top of the 6th. McCoy 0 for 2 on the season. Sykes, the right-hand pitcher against the left-hand batter, brings the 1-1 to the plate. Check swing and a pitch up, 2-1. Riley Sykes coming up on her 75th pitch of the afternoon. He's thrown 47 for strikes. The 2-1. Swung on, roped to right. It's over the head of Macy Hughes and bouncing off the wall. McCoy motoring into second. She's got a 2-out double. And Coker continues to fight. A 2-out pinch hit double for Haley McCoy. That brings up the catcher, Carter Freeman. Coker dugout quite pleased with McCoy's wallop to right. Coker has started to hit Riley Sykes a little bit more effectively here in the latter portions of this game. She pitches to Freeman, a changeup in the turf for a ball, 1-0. And Sienna Cameron, who robs Caitlin Ray of at least an extra base hit with a play at the wall. Might have robbed a home run in left center field and held the Cobras to a sacrifice fly 2 batters ago. 1-0 to Freeman. That's looped down the right field line. It lands in foul ground, 1-1. On ball, 1 strike, 2 out. 6-3, Carson-Newman leads in the top of the 6th. 2 out, and McCoy on second after a pinch hit double. Freeman stands in. Sykes delivers the 1-1. That's hit toward Matazowski at third. Throw to first is in time to Bailey, and that's the inning. Coker, though, gets one back. Pulls within 3 runs thanks to Caitlin Ray's sacrifice fly. 6-3, Eagles lead it as we head to the bottom of the 6th. For the Eagles, they hope it's the final time that they come to the plate. 6-3 leaders, Carson-Newman, headed to the bottom of the 6th. After this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
(6-3). Carson-Newman leads Coker as we come to the bottom of the 6th inning. Sienna Cameron leads things off for the Eagles. 0 for 3 today, but does have an RBI fielder's choice to her name. Cameron aboard a astounding 63% of the time when she leads off innings. Ogle deals to her, and Cameron pokes it foul over the fencing on the third base side. 0-1. Ogle wheels and deals, and Cameron takes upstairs for a ball. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff batter, Cameron. Eagles up 6-3 on the Cobras here in the bottom of the 6th. Ogle, 1-1. That's upstairs to Cameron. 2-1. The pitch downstairs to Cameron. And it's 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to the leadoff batter, Cameron. Looking for her first hit of game 2. She was 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored in game 1. The pitch. Cameron hits in the air deep to center field. Ariana Fair ranging over, adjusting to the breeze, and she pulls it in the left center field gap. Center fielder makes the play, and there's 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Brittany Bennett has the lineup card out. And Coker is going to make another change in the circle. Ogle's day is done after 2 complete innings in relief, and she did her job. Didn't allow a hit to Carson-Newman in relief. And she'll give way to Hannah Fisher. We'll tell you more about her when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Trilight is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Macy Hughes starts off her at-bat, taking a ball low from Hannah Fisher, who's on in relief. The pitch. Hughes takes low for a ball, 2-0. Hannah Fisher, no record to speak of, but she does have a save with 4 1/3 innings pitched and has not surrendered a hit or a run in her 4 1/3 innings of relief work this season. The 2-0. That's upstairs to Hughes, 3-0. Fisher, the senior hurler. Pardon me, I've got incomplete numbers on Fisher. This is actually her 8th appearance as she issues a 4-pitch walk to Macy Hughes. So Hughes aboard for the 3rd time today. And it brings up Macaulay Bailey. Bailey was in famine mode over the weekend after she'd homered 5 times in 15 at-bats. She was 0 for her last 15 at the plate coming into this doubleheader. And she's only proceeded to go 5 for 6 with 4 driven in. She takes in the turf for a ball, 1-0. 5 pitches for Hannah Fisher. She has yet to find the zone. 5 for 6 today for Bailey. 3 driven in, 2 bombs. 2 runs scored. That slump over. 1-0. Bailey takes a hack at a pitch upstairs. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 6-3. Carson-Newman leading. Bottom of the 6th with a 1-out base runner in Macy Hughes. Fisher wheels and deals the 1-1. Downstairs, Hughes takes off for his 2nd. Tag applied. Hughes caught stealing. Carter Freeman throws out Macy Hughes for the 2nd out of the inning. First time that Macy Hughes has been caught stealing this season on her 10th attempt. Base is empty with 2 out now for the Eagles, leading 6-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Hannah Fisher. The 2-1. Bailey swings. Hard chopper to short. Cleanly fielded by Eves. She gets to her feet and throws to first in time to retire Bailey for the first time in game 2. So at the end of the day, the Cobras face the minimum. The bullpen has done the job and retired 8 consecutive. Working around a walk. Sykes will try to put the clamps down on a doubleheader sweep. Eagles up 6-3 headed to the 7th. We get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
6-3, Carson-Newman leads Coker as we come to the top of the 7th inning. Eagles trying to lock up a 4-0 start in South Atlantic Conference play. Swept a doubleheader last Wednesday at Mars Hill. And here today, the Eagles in the driver's seat up 6-3 on the Cobras. Won game 1, 5-4. And now Kelsey Scott will try to get things cooking for Coker. Scott, 1 for 2, single, and a ground out to third to her name today. Riley Sykes trying to lock up her 2nd complete game of the season. And she deals, and the lefty Scott takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Coker grabbed a 2-1 lead in the top of the 3rd, then the Eagles responded with 2 in the 3rd and 3 in the 4th. Coker got a sac fly in the 6th, and here we stand at 6-3 in favor of Carson-Newman. Sykes, the 1-0. A strike on the outer half, 1-1. Riley Sykes has been pitch efficient. 80 pitches, 51 for strikes today. 6 innings of work, has given up 7 hits and 3 runs with 2 strikeouts. Of the 7 hits, though, 4 have been Coker doubles. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul tip off of Warder's mitt. 1-2. Carson-Newman in a really good shape if it can pull off the sweep here of Coker. Sykes delivers the 1-2. A changeup that's flared in the air, shallow center field. Sienna Cameron, a long run. It tips off her glove, and Scott is safe. On a strike that Cameron is out. Abby Martin has moved to center field, and Mary Vandergriff has shimmied over to left. Regardless, it's a base hit, and Kelsey Scott's aboard for the Cobras. That is such a long run for Abby Martin. Brings up Ariana Fair. Sykes deals to her, and Fair flips it foul, backing out of play. It's 0-1. So Sienna Cameron's day is done in the outfield. Sykes delivers low to Fair. Pitch got away from Warder, but she's able to scoop it up before Scott can think about running. Well, a sweep here critical for Carson-Newman. It would leave them unbeaten in the league in a conference where everybody but Carson-Newman, Wingate, and Catawba has a loss, the 1-1. That's a strike on the outer half, 1-2. A bloop single for Scott to lead off the 7th. She really doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot right now. Eagles just need to worry about the player at the plate with a 3-run lead in hand. Sykes, the 1-2. Fair swings and sends it to right. Hughes, a sidestep left. That's it. She grabs it for out number 1. So Flair flies out, and the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Stunis. Brooklyn Stunis, 1 for 3. She's grounded out to second. She singled and scored a run in the 3rd with a base hit through the left side and reached on a throwing error at short in the 5th. Sykes spins the ball against her belt and pitches. Stunis swings at the first pitch, lifts it into left. Long run for Vandergriff, who is playing toward the line, but she settles under it to retire Stunis, and there's quickly 2 away. So 1 out for the Cobras to make up 3 runs. But it is a section of the order for Coker that has been highly effective. Jackson, 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI double today, and she has peppered the ball. 6-3 Eagles leading, top 7th. Sykes pitches. It's on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. 6-3 Eagles leading. Top 7th. 2 out, and Scott on first. The 0-1. That's hit in the air down the left field line. Foul off the facing of the fencing. Making up Coker's bullpen, and the Cobras down to their final strike. Jackson in a 0-2 hole. The 0-2. Popped foul, back in out of play. Count holds at no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2. Sykes pitches. A changeup. Roped back up the box. That's a base hit. Jackson singles into center field. Scott to second. And the Cobras get to bring the tying run to the plate and Chloe Pelham. 6-3 Eagles, top of the 7th. 9th hit of the day for the Cobras. And the inning and game extended for Pelham, who had a 3-hit day in game 1 but is hitless here in the nightcap. Pelham, .294 with runners in scoring position. Sykes delivers. Pelham swings at the first pitch, hits it in the air to deep right center field. Abby Martin lays out, makes the grab. Ball game over. Abby Martin on a dead sprint. The freshman pulls in Pelham's line drive, and Carson-Newman prevails by a final score of 6-3. Eagles improve to 17-3 on the year, a 4-0 start in South Atlantic Conference play. Coker swept in a doubleheader for the first time this season. The Cobras fall to 12-8 and 0-2 to start out South Atlantic Conference play. We are back at it at present standing on Friday at noon against Lees McRae here from the Vicky Kazee Hollifield at Softball Complex. But the weather doesn't look great for that one, so check CNEagles.com for schedule updates for that game and other games this weekend. Carson-Newman Baseball's weekend series against Mars Hill has already been pushed to Sunday as a result of the forecast for the weekend. For our entire crew today, our director Ian Johnson, our replay operator Danny Wazorek, camera operators Josh Butch, KJ Laribo, and Jay West, I'm Adam Cavalier. Thanks for joining us. Once again, Carson-Newman sweeps Coker. Final score from Game 1, 5-4. Final score from Game 2, 6-3. Eagles, one of 3 unbeatens left in South Atlantic Conference play. Stick around. We've got Carson-Newman women's basketball for you later today. Eagles in the quarterfinals of the SAC tournament at 7 o'clock tonight against Anderson. Airtime at 6:45 right here on the Eagle Sports Network. We'll talk to you next time. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Good night.